everyone and welcome back to my channel. Today's video is going to be a bit of a sit down video so I can talk to you guys about some new and exciting things that are going on in my life, and I just thought I could do a few more of these kind of videos where I actually like talk to you about stuff. I'm like very weird and like private and like I don't really like sharing my life, but like I thought I could open up a little bit more, and if that's something you guys want to see more of, I totally can. I just feel really weird about it. I don't know how people do it. Some people are just so good at it and so like natural with it. I'm just like such a private person, even to like everyone, even like people I know don't even know that much about me, because I mean they do, but like there's a lot of stuff that I just don't share. Like, I mean, a lot of people I know don't even know what I'm about to tell you guys. This is really weird for me. I don't know what to do. But before I start talking about myself heaps, I would like to thank our sponsor, and our sponsor today is Skillshare. Skillshare is an online learning community that can help make 2022 a year of new learning, growth, and connection through creativity. So as you've probably seen previously, I've been doing a lot of drawing classes. However, at the moment, the class I'm currently doing is acrylic painting, Learn the Basics for Beginners by Laurie Ann Gonzalez. And the reason I wanted to do this one is because I have learnt a lot in terms of drawing. However, other mediums I very much lack in. And in order to improve my art in general, I really need to focus on learning bits and pieces from all mediums. And I found this class really interesting, and I've learnt a lot in terms of like color mixing. Color theory is so important. And I've found that this class has taught me a lot about that, and just in general taught me how to paint, because I had no idea. Sure, I could pick up a paintbrush and paint, but that doesn't mean I know what I'm doing. And Skillshare are offering the first 1,000 of my viewers to click the link below a 1-month free trial of Skillshare. Thank you so much, Skillshare, for sponsoring this video. So basically, to get right into it, over last year I did a lot of drawing and I put together a portfolio because I wanted to just like see like what was out there in terms of like a tattoo apprenticeship. I've always sort of had it in the back of my mind, but I was always kind of like, I'm not good enough, I can't do that. I like expressing myself in many different creative ways, but I always just thought my drawing was just like not very good. But as anyone who knows any skill, you know that like you obviously get better the more you practice it. I did a lot of classes on Skillshare just learning a lot about drawing, because I mean I'd drawn before, but by no means was I an artist. Doing classes really has helped a lot, and that helped me build my portfolio. I would just, and I mean I still do this, just sit down and like listen to podcasts or like watch like something in the background and just draw and draw and draw. And I definitely got better. And I was like, I don't know if my portfolio is at a skill level that like anyone would actually consider it like good enough, because I know there are some fucking phenomenal like just artists out there who want to get into tattooing. But I thought like might as well, I don't know, put it out there. If no one fucking likes it, no one likes it, and if someone does, then great. I showed my portfolio to a few places. A lot of places like already had apprentices. That's the thing that I found, that it is super hard to get into, because like everywhere kind of already has apprentices already, and like they can only take on like one or so many at a time, because I mean it does take a lot of work and someone has to mentor you through it. So it's not like they can just be like, yeah, like let's just take on like all 50 apprentices. It doesn't work like that. So like a lot of places like, we've got one, we've got two, but we'll keep you in mind for the future, or whatever. And then one day I went in for a chat with a studio owner who said, you know, we've got an apprentice, but we are looking for someone to just be like counter bitch, and sort of said they're looking for someone for that. And if I was interested in something like that, potentially once the other apprentice is trained up and ready to go, then I could move into the apprentice position. He also sort of went into like a lot of what the tattoo industry is really like, and like it takes guts and it takes time and it takes a lot of effort and work to like get through, essentially. And sort of said like that position would be good because you could sort of watch what I'm like doing in mentoring the apprentice and see if like that is a role that you're like going to be happy to move into. Because you know, he explained that like not all apprentices make it, some apprentices start and they hate it. He explained it how it was, and I fully appreciated that, because you want the truth. You don't want it like sugar coated and it's, yeah, it's gonna be amazing, it's like wonderful, beautiful time. I don't want it sugar coated. I want to hear it how it is, so that I know that I'm going to be able to do it and want to do it. He said like you can see what goes on as an apprentice, like the sort of jobs and things that you're doing on a day-to-day basis, how much time goes into it, and see if that is a role you want to move into. And I totally appreciate that, because it is something you want to see before you start it, because you're investing a lot of time in this role and it's not to be taken lightly, I suppose. There'll be a whole bunch of jobs that I will get to do before I even start my apprenticeship that you would start learning in your apprenticeship, but like because I'm in the like workspace already, there's like things that I'll be like helping out with and learning first. So anyway, I've started doing that. I won't be piercing, but that's fine. I mean, my piercing skills won't be forgotten. I want to pursue this path, and this is something that I'm really passionate about and I'm really interested, like I always have been. It just like never really seemed like a possibility. I just didn't think I would be able to get good enough to do it. It's definitely got elements of like the piercing world in it, in the sense of like you still get the similar customers, but it's on a different level. But for now, that's like a goal that I'm working towards. I'm going to be spending a lot of time doing drawing. I'm still going to be doing YouTube, and I'm still going to be doing my piercing videos, because I mean, I don't just like forget how to pierce. All my knowledge of piercing and having pierced for so long doesn't just like fucking go out the window. So do not fear. I just thought this would be something that I could talk to you guys about, because it kind of comes into the same like realm of like body modification, and that's something that like I've always focused on my channel anyway. I just thought this like would be another little addition. I mean, if you want to hear me talk about tattoos and some of my experiences piercing versus tattoo, not that I'm tattooing yet, that even what I'm learning thus far, because I already have learned like so much, and hopefully over time I can move into the apprentice position, because that is like what I want to do. It's just a matter of time. Like it's just going to take some time. Tattooing definitely isn't easy for most people to get into, and it's kind of like you find your way in the door to get your apprenticeship, because like I said, there are so many people already in studios that are apprentices that those studios don't have the space for another apprentice. So it's sort of like finding your way in. This is kind of the way that I'm choosing to go, and also learn a lot before I even start apprenticing. Like, I've definitely seen all different ways people have got into their apprenticeships. Like sometimes people are just like cleaning, and this is just kind of my way of getting in there. There's like no linear path into like tattooing, so it definitely seems like find your way to get into it and like go with it. The studio owner is really cool. He's really encouraging of like how important it is to be doing art classes and drawing every single day. Like I'm not even the apprentice, and he's checking up to see if I'm drawing or I'm painting or I'm taking a class or whatever, so that he can sort of see that I am keen and I am like dedicated to this. Let me know if this was of interest to you, or if you fucking don't give a shit about my life. That's fine too. But if you want to hear more about this role, or like things that I'm doing in this job, or even just like things that I've learnt, funny things that I hear. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you enjoyed it, please give me a like down below and subscribe if you are new here. Bye!